Today's show is brought to you by thelovesickcure.com. Does your love life suck because you can't move on from the idea of him? Does every man you meet pale in comparison to the way he made you feel? It's okay, lady love. We 100% understand and have been there before. Whether you'd like the opportunity to get him back or to completely move on, we know this only happens when you cure your heartbreak and love sickness. Let us help you do that today at thelovesickcure.com.
You are listening to Single Smart Female.
This is Jen,
And Jen,
letting it all hang out for your love life.
examining your dating experiences and answering your hot topic dating questions.
Just you and us, Jen squared. No topic is off limits and no filters involved.
We are here to help you do dating on your terms.
If you have a question you would like us to answer or would like to immediately upgrade your love life with our collection of classes and exclusive merchandise, meet us over now at singlesmartfemale.com. So Jen, I don't think we should fuck around today. Let's get straight to this shit.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Hey, single smart females, we're going to get started now.
Yes. All right. So we have a listener question today. Heck yeah. And it's from Miss La La Lover, which, if y'all don't know, is another word for Los Angeles, California, which is where she is from. So she says, hello, beautiful gents.
We agree with you, by the way.
Thank you. I literally cannot stop talking about your podcast to my mom, my friends, girls I meet randomly out in LA.
You're our new favorite person.
Yeah, baby. She says, this is her talking to her friends. Me, hey, are you single? The girls, yes. Ugh. Me, okay, you need to hear about Mantourage dating. Then I send in my favorite episode of yours, episode number 95.
You'll like that episode too.
Agree. So I started listening to your podcast after I met this guy, and I think I may have made a wrong turn. Or our meeting was a bit unconventional. We met through friends at a house party. And I just want to interject. I've done that too. So I think it's conventional. It's fine.
I'm not sure if that's the conventional part she's talking about, to be honest.
Oh, my bad. Okay. So at a house party, and I assume he was with this girl sitting next to him. Eventually, he chatted me up in the kitchen and said that he actually just moved back to LA a week ago. And he has been crashing on his ex's, which is the girl sitting next to him, ex's couch. They had dated for 6 months 5 years ago and are just friends. He eventually asked me for my number and said we should hang out sometime. I was really excited and told my best friend. She eventually told me that his ex-girlfriend still had some feelings for him and was concerned some drama may unfold if I pursued dating. Fast forward, I hang out with a guy with a group of my friends one night, and I basically say, hey, you should maybe check in with your ex and really know if you are just friends, because I don't want to get in the middle of anything. He assured me that there was no feelings on his side, and she never made any conversation about it nor made any moves on him. And he moved into his own place. Fast forward. We go on some casual drinking dates and hang out with friends, and eventually we make out, and there's a ton of sexual tension. I told him, I don't want to sleep with you unless we are exclusive. I think this was my error. This was before I listened to the podcast. One too many margaritas nights later, I sleep over at his place. We did everything but sex, and it was amazing. He then goes on a work trip for a week, only texts me a little bit one night. He usually texts me a lot every day, then goes silent for another 10 days or so, and now just reached out to ask how I've been. I've been Mantourage dating and don't feel so focused on this guy anymore. If he wanted to pursue me, he would. But now that he's reached back out, I don't really know how to proceed from here. Do I tell him I don't want to be exclusive with him? Or how do I get to him to court me and go slow sexually when there's so much sexual tension built up? Thank you. Sorry if this was long. Love you gals. La La Lover. Now, P.S. Yes. I am having a great time Mantourage dating. I feel like I'm on The Bachelorette.
Woo. Okay. So there's some stuff to address here. This is a little bit complicated because of the way this started off. It wasn't unconventional because you met somebody at a house party, because that happens, right? The unconventional part is, and this is something that you ladies, I I need, this isn't just for Miss Lala Lover, this is for all ladies. There's possibly very something weird going on when a guy's at a party with his ex. Even if they're not touchy-feely towards each other, even if they're not necessarily together, and he's also staying with her. Yes, is it a possibility there's nothing going on? But the question that actually needs to be asked to him, I'm glad that I'm hoping you verified that he actually moved out. But the question that needs to be asked to him, I mean, why is he staying with his ex? If he said something, did I get that right? He said something about her having feelings for him.
He said that her friend said that the ex has feelings for the man. Okay. So Lala Lover's friend told her that.
Okay. And
he said she'd never acted on it and never mentioned a word about it.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. When the ex is still there and it's not, and there is evidence that one of them still has serious feelings for the other, I'm really hands off that shit. Really, really hands off.
Agreed.
It's so many times ends up really messy. I think if you're gonna play here, which I think you might be playing with fire, but hell, we all play with fire sometimes. What I think you need to do is, this is a question for all women to ask. I've taught you ladies before, you need to ask, are you in a relationship? And the other question you need to ask is there somebody who thinks that they are in a relationship with you and they're not clear that it's not
right.
It's not reciprocated.
Right.
Okay. This is truly important. Okay. Because this shit can get really, really messy and icky. And what I think I would have had you do, no need to beat yourself up. All right. But what I think I would have had you do is say, yeah, I would be interested in going out with you, but I'd rather go out with you after you are not staying with her anymore, which I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. She said to him, hey, you should maybe check with your ex to really know if you're just friends, because I don't want to get in the middle of anything. And he had told her, he assured that he had no feelings. The ex, never made any conversation about it or moves on him. And he had moved into his own place.
He had, okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, then it sounds like everything checks out that way. But yeah, definitely, I would not date somebody that is living with their ex at any point.
Bad decision. I only say that because I just want to be clear. I have done it in the past, and it's stupid. I'm not going to beat myself up either.
No, don't beat yourself up, but it's heartbreaking. Is it not?
It is. It's not a good idea. There's always going to be doubt in your mind. Like, hey, is this real? Is this really like, are you guys really exes? Is this what? Are you sleeping on the couch, or do you go get in her bed, or does she come get on the couch with you, or are you guys like buying groceries together, making dinner together? What's going on for real?
I mean, you've even had it where the guy told you he didn't want to move out because he was afraid that she would do something awful and things like that, right?
Yeah, right. So concerns that she might kill herself or something.
Yeah. That kind of, you don't want that kind of, I mean, that's his romantic messiness. Don't step into that shit. So not that you were exactly doing that, but I want to make that very clear to women. Now, with that said,
I want to touch on something.
Go ahead.
I'll let you go.
Okay, no, touch.
Okay. Let's just take this one piece by itself without the X factor involved, okay? Whenever a man says to you, would you like to hang out? We are not hangout girls.
No, adored women do not hang out unless you have no intention of ever putting your mouth on that man.
Right. We are not hangout ladies, hangout women. We are women who set things up for ourselves the best way we can, which means the question, do you want to hang out? The response is, are you asking me on a date?
Yes. Yes. And if he says, no, I just want to know you're hanging out, that we're hanging out, you can still hang out with him. But if you're not really interested in that,
yeah, or
you were really wanting something romantic, then tell him, oh, too bad. Why don't you let me know when you're ready to ask me out on a date?
Yeah. And he might, you know what, if you are interested in building the romantic love life of like something that will blow your mind, you want to step into men treating you in amazing ways and doing things for you and just having crazy, amazing adventures, then if he says, oh no, I was just seeing if you wanted to hang out, you say, just what Jen said, and you move about your merry way.
And trust me, he's not going to be able to stop thinking about you for fucking days.
For real, he'll come back, believe me.
Most of the time he does. And then if he doesn't, it's okay. You don't want a guy that you have to argue with all the time.
And he would have half-assed everything. If he doesn't come back, he would have half-assed it all. And you deserve better than that.
Okay. With that said, too, something else that was brought up that Jen and I discussed right before, you said that you told him and you thought you made the wrong move with saying, I don't want to sleep with you unless we are in an exclusive relationship.
Right.
There's actually nothing wrong with this, but I would rather, I think it's more powerful if you would say something along the lines of, I'm not ready to sleep with somebody outside of exclusivity.
Yes.
Okay. Then you're not making it him. That makes, there's a little bit of psychology there that kind of drives a man. We're pressing his buttons a little bit without making this about him being with you. Okay. If
right.
That makes
like
sense.
He has to commit to you.
Yeah. You're not pressuring him into anything. And you're not even saying that you want to. So the line would go, I'm not in the place that I really want to sleep with somebody outside of exclusivity right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. So one too many margaritas night later. Those margaritas. I slept over his place and it was wonderful, amazing. He goes on a work trip and then he goes, okay. So yes, sometimes when things get really tense and they get really exciting, guys have a pullback after that. They start focusing on other stuff. It got really intense. This is called the man pause. It happens. Communication change. Not a reason to freak out. Doesn't sound like you freaked out, but it's definitely not a reason to freak out. But just because you don't hear from him for a little bit doesn't mean he doesn't want to pursue you. Okay.
What does a little bit mean, Jen? Because I think some people think a little bit is like, 9 hours.
Women have a very warped sense of little bit, by the way, or a lot.
Yeah.
They make something a lot when it really hasn't been a lot. A few days is not a lot.
Right.
A few weeks, yeah, we're pushing into. I mean, hell, with my husband, it was 5 weeks at a time. But if you really are developing your mantourage and giving mantourage dating the college try, the real college, actually the adored woman try, it doesn't matter when you hear from him. Okay. It's not something that you need to worry about. In your head, if if you two were meant to explore each other, he'll show up again.
Right.
He absolutely will show up again. No fucking reason to freak out.
Because you know that the universe has your back. If this is supposed to be your man, he'll show back up.
He'll keep showing up.
Yeah.
Okay. He may not be your forever man, but if you're supposed to spend time together, ongoing time together, exploring each other, he'll show up. And a lot of times, these guys, they cycle. And that's okay. And we freak out about this all the time. And I want you ladies to stop freaking out about it. Just develop your mantourage. Make your life so irresistible that the universe can't help but hand you your forever man when you're ready. Sometimes, too, we think it's all about what's going on with them. But a lot of times it's because we're not really ready to be in a relationship. But we freak out anyways because he's not responding as if he wants to be in a relationship when he's actually doing you a fucking favor.
Yeah.
So you're not feeling pressured to get into a relationship that you're not really wanting right at that moment.
But in fairness to Lala Lover, she didn't do that. She actually handled it well, went on mantourage dates and said, whatever. And then he came back and then she didn't know how to handle it from there.
Okay. Actually,
or did I take
No, she's done great. There's something though that I want to do some course correction about.
Okay.
Some attitude correction about. The phrase, if he wanted to pursue me, he would. If I had said that the whole time I was with my husband, we would not be together. That is a phrase that does nothing for any of you, okay? So take that phrase out. I know you think you're protecting yourself, but you're not, okay? I want you to step into the world of possibilities. The phrase then should be, if we're meant to explore each other or if we're meant to be together, he will show back up.
I love that, Jen. Enlightening.
Damn right it is.
Boom.
Damn right it is. But now, see, he reached back out, by the way. Now he's reached back out. I don't know how to proceed from here. Why don't you know how to proceed from here? Well, I haven't told you yet. That's probably one of the reasons. But it's also, you've already kind of shut yourself down to the idea because you tried to protect yourself so much that you didn't really give it an opening. Okay?
Right.
So the correct response, in my estimation, instead of us always getting pissed off at guys for disappearing for a little bit when you're not in an exclusive relationship. Now, it's totally different scenario when you're in an exclusive relationship. Totally different. Okay,
Right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you have not agreed to exclusivity. All right, and he goes MIA for a little bit. Let him go MIA. You turn the attention to the other talent in your mantourage. And by the way, Miss Lala Lover did this. And you just enjoy, that moment that you had with him in your head. You can think about it sometimes. You're not allowed to obsess about it. There is a difference, and damn well know the difference. So keep moving forward. Keep making your life as fun as possible. Keep enjoying men. Keep practicing on receiving from men. And then when he shows up again, no, you don't have to answer the fucking phone right when he does show up. You can take a little bit to get back to him, but be excited to see him. That's a huge turn on for men, especially if you're not punishing them for not contacting you. All right?
Yeah, right. I shouldn't say disappearing.
And don't,
not contacting.
ladies, I know we think that this is very benign, but I'm gonna start. I put a stop to it now. Don't say, "Hey, stranger." All right? I would rather you say, "Hey, how are you?" Kind of like, no big deal. He's been gone.
Right. Yeah. Don't put a spotlight on,
On-
hey, where have you been?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Don't, because there's still, even that "hey, stranger," there's an edge to that of pissed offness.
Right.
Okay? So take that out of your vocabulary and just be excited. That's what I did with Will every single time, and it worked every single time. Okay? He kept coming back. Just got a text message from him today. "Hey, honey, I know you've got a lot on your plate, but I just want you to know how much I love you. I miss
Aw.
you, and I can't wait to FaceTime with you later on."
And honestly, I get to watch them together, and he does adore her and does incredible things for her on a regular basis.
And this all from the man that used to go MIA for 5 weeks at a time. I cannot guarantee you that's exactly what's going to unfold here for you. But what I am telling you is, in mantourage dating, when you put the emphasis on what you desire and not who you desire with, and having the most incredible, amazing, magical, scandalous, badass experiences possible, you cannot help but get what you want. Might take some time. The universe might be organizing some shit behind the scenes for you, but it will fucking happen every time. Okay? But keep honoring it. Keep honoring the process. Let yourself open up to it. If you fall and skin your knees, okay, cry a little bit. Doctor your wound, but get the fuck back up and remember you are an adored woman, and it's time for you to create everything you've ever wanted. I love that you're having fun mantourage dating. You should feel like you're on The Bachelorette, but even better, because on The Bachelorette, I'm going to tell you, the one thing that sucks about that show is that all those men are in the same room with each other.
Right. Jeez.
It's a lot better when they're all over the place and not in the same house with each other.
The only good thing is that they're all aware that they're there.
But I will tell you, when you are mantourage dating, they can feel that shit off of each other. They may not ever articulate it to you, but I can guarantee you they feel it. They have this weird fucking radar
They
that when
do.
you're genuinely having an amazing time with another man, they can feel it. So a lot of times you'll get a text from a guy, another guy, while you're with a guy. That's also why I want you to keep your phone on Do Not Disturb, so you're not, I want you to focus your attention, because you're an adored woman, on having amazing time with the person that you've chosen to be with that day. But Miss Lala Lover, I'm very proud of you. I think you've got a lot going here. All you have to do is just be genuinely excited to see him again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Jen, the two questions at the end there, she says, do I tell him I don't want to be exclusive with him?
Oh, I forgot to answer that, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to say anything.
You actually, he just said, hi, how have you been?
Yeah.
So
you don't come with like, I don't want to be exclusive with you. I don't think that's what she meant, but that was
even
funny.
Though we just love you. We're not making fun, by the way. We think you're adorable. But don't worry about that. Just know that you get to pursue what you want. And so without even worrying about this guy, if any guy asks you if you want to be exclusive and you're not ready, Jen, what's one of the best responses I've seen? Or what, you want me to get one?
No, I just gave one earlier.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Forget about it. Rewind.
All right, you don't even have to say that right this second, because you've already said it to him. But the other thing is, how do you get him to court you and go slow sexually? All you have to do is, when he reaches back out to you and starts again with, do you want to hang out? Just ask him, are you asking me out on a date? And if he says, why don't we meet at my house? I'll say, actually, I would love if we went to go do this and this.
Right.
Are you game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Got it? The other thing that's really powerful, ladies, I know a lot of you struggle with putting all these pieces together. So feel free to come work with us for us to help you do this and to create these incredible experiences. I can guarantee you it's so much more fun when you have two romantic fairy godmamas at your fingertips. Okay, Lover Girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show.
The world of romance is full of possibilities. The universe will deliver amazing things for you. Your part is to be open to those possibilities, knowing if you're meant to spend more time together, he will show back up.
Today's show is brought to you by thelovesickcure.com. Does your love life suck because you can't move on from the idea of him? Does every man you meet pale in comparison to the way he made you feel? It's okay, lady love. We 100% understand and have been there before. Whether you'd like the opportunity to get him back or to completely move on, we know this only happens when you cure your heartbreak and love sickness. Let us help you do that today at thelovesickcure.com. Hey, Lover Girl, this is Jen again. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share Single Smart Female with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you would like to play around and learn more about Mantourage dating, come see me at singlesmartfemale.com. Talk to you next time.